What's shaking, everybody? Ross Mandell here, coming to you from Woolly Studios in Delray Beach, Florida. What a magnificent day we have today. I have a very unique and special treat. You know, in the world of business, I like to always talk about guys that are on the come up. We've had a lot of fat cats and old dudes sitting in this chair with me, telling their stories. But, you know, as a business guy, I like to identify value. I like to find these guys before they're big names and they're trading on their names. I want guys that are young, hungry cats on their way up in the business world. And I want to bring them to you first because it's like we're breaking. This guy's a stud. In a few years, you're going to have to pay to get this guy on a podcast. I want you to meet Chris Dietz from Miami.
Thank you.
What's shaking, man?
Man, I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much.
It's so cool to have you. 26 years old?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what a 26-year-old stud looks like.
Thank you.
What? I mean, come on, man. I'm looking at you and like, you'd be my grandson. That's how pathetic I am. I mean that. It's so crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 67 years old.
Yeah.
So I've done your life 2.5 times, and I still got change.
That's right.
That's terrible.
That's right.
Damn. You know, I just want to say, you know, John's here, as you know.
Yeah.
Scott just was here. We're all studs in our own right. We're all successful, accomplished men in different arenas of industry. And I just want to say, the worst part about being in your 20s is you have no idea how lucky you are.
Yeah.
You look like a pretty fit kid.
Appreciate that.
I see your calves bulging through your pants. You exercise, obviously.
Yeah, man. Can't skip.
What do you like to do? What do you like to do?
Man, I like to wake up every morning, 5:30 a.m., head straight to the gym.
Woo!
Yep.
In Miami?
Yeah, right in Miami. Yep, right in downtown Miami.
Where do you go? Which gym?
Yeah, I go to Equinox.
Love it. Big
Yep.
name. I know it.
Yeah.
And what kind of workouts you do?
You know, I did a whole year and a half of just straight calisthenics. So no weights, just pure body, push-ups, pull-ups, squats, air squats, all of that, just to tighten up everything.
Yes.
Now I'm going into a little bit of a mix, but I really like to do short workouts. I don't spend much time in the gym.
You don't have to.
I only do about 25 minutes in the gym in the morning.
Straight through, like high intensity.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
I just want to caution you. So I'm running out. I told you I had a hard stop at 2. At 2:30,
Yeah.
I'm going to see Dr. Andres Fintescu.
Nice.
Don't ask that name. I got all kinds of problems because I used to bench press 400 pounds and I used to squat 400 pounds and I was moving more and more weight. I just like never had time to warm up and stretch and all these different things and wind down. So stick with body weight, bro. Don't go too heavy. You never have to go more than 225 pounds. You know, I used to warm up with 225 pounds. The doctors, I went to see doctors in my 40s, and they said, Mr. Mandell, I don't understand. Why do you feel the need to press 405 pounds? Like, your shoulders weren't made for this.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it, you know. I always like to keep it light, but keep that tense muscle and just really the motivation behind it is just the discipline and being in good shape, you know. I'm not a professional soccer player. I'm not some professional football.
Right.
I won't be.
You're
and
a business guy.
I'm a businessman.
And you want to have the endurance. Yeah. And so you're what, about 5'11"?
5'8".
Oh, you're 5'8"?
Yeah.
Weigh about 170?
Real less, 165 around there.
I'm so jealous, bro. Some days I have 165 for lunch.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So now, Chris Dietz, you weren't born in Miami.
No.
Nope.
Correct.
No, thank God, probably. Because otherwise you would have been like one of these dopes. You come from Pennsylvania.
Correct.
You have like this wholesome way about you, but I suspect there's a lot more behind the wholesome demeanor.
Yeah.
Where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That's like a big crossword puzzle.
Yeah.
Answer a lot of like about Lake Erie.
Yep. So like if you just look at Pennsylvania, the state,
right,
and then you just go to the top left, you see that little square. That's where I was born and raised.
And it's right on the lake area.
Right on the lake.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, I grew about 15 minutes away from the lake.
What was it like growing up in Erie, Pennsylvania?
It was nice, man. You know, small town. I drive 15 minutes north, country roads, grape fields, cornfields, the whole 9 yards. Drive a little bit east. You're in downtown, right? It's a big. It was a big plastic oil town. So it's a very old school town, like 1800s. Like
manufacturing?
Town. Yeah, big manufacturing town. General Electric, factories,
big boys.
heat treat facilities. All those guys, they really employed the majority of the town.
Right. So you could have been living there. You could have married a local girl.
Yep.
You'd be working in the factory, buy a house, bang out a few kids.
Yeah.
Have 2 cars, go down to Florida a couple of weeks a year.
Exactly.
Okay. So what was it like? I mean, did you play sports? Did you? What was it like being Chris Dietz?
What was it like, man? Well, we'll just start at a young age. So, went to 4 schools growing up.
Why?
The one reason we moved.
Okay.
The other reason I was getting into trouble. Oh. And then I went back to the original high school that I was originally supposed to go to.
It's hard to keep friends though when you keep switching, right?
Yeah, so what I'm very fortunate about is I had a great mom, and she taught me everything about people, networking, and keeping a good name.
Wow.
And keeping a good reputation, right? Because I was causing trouble everywhere I went. I was never the academic guy. I was never the guy that would get good grades at school. I was just a C and D student. I just wanted my grade to pass, and that's it. That's all I wanted to do. And
Mom was okay with that?
She was okay with that. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm very fortunate, right? She just knew. She told me, she's like, dude, it doesn't matter if you get straight A's. You just can't get F's. You can't fail.
You can't fail at anything.
You cannot fail class. Like you can't
you have fail at anything.
Exactly. You have to try to fail school, right? So her mindset was, dude, as long as I work hard, have a good reputation, keep a good name out there, I'll be fine. Well, she's right. And so
she was right.
When I was going around these schools and going from school to school every 3 years, transferring schools and stuff, I kept a good name out there. I wasn't the best student.
Right.
But even when I was
you did in trouble.
Yeah, I was getting in trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Just like, normal
Fights?
kid stuff.
Fights?
A little bit of fights, just like not doing homework,
so
talking in class, cheating. The normal
conduct.
Yeah, nothing like too crazy, but just normal stuff just to keep you in a little bit of trouble.
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Erie, Pennsylvania.
You graduated high school?
I graduated high school, yeah.
And you were in Erie. Now what is a 17-year-old Chris Dietz feel like? What the hell? How do you see the word? Did you go to college?
I didn't go to college.
No college?
No college.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
okay.
so graduated high school. I was working at McDonald's.
McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Well, President Trump worked there for a day. So
yeah, man. I mean, dude, shout out Trump, too, man. Shout out Trump.
What a guy.
Yeah, man.
I think it was in Pennsylvania, as a matter of fact, right?
I think, it was. It was in Allentown or something like that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so shout out Pennsylvania. But right when I graduated high school, I thought I was like set for life. And so I ended up getting into drugs, partying.
In Pennsylvania?
In Pennsylvania, yeah. So
Jesus.
right out of high school.
What kind of drugs?
Oh, man, I mean, anything you could really think of.
Talk to us about it.
I mean,
I love drugs.
Really, I mean, yeah, just think about everything.
Well, what year
that
is
you
this
could
now?
do.
What year is
this? Was 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
You're such a young.
Graduated high school when I was 17. Turned 18 in
2016.
June.
I was in federal prison.
Yeah,
just so you know.
Yeah. So
and,
you and I had some things in common back then.
I was fucking 59 years old in federal prison. They called me the OG.
Yeah.
But you're doing cocaine?
I was
fentanyl?
doing yeah,
what do you do?
nothing like that, man.
Heroin?
Nothing like
No?
that. No,
Just
no,
weed?
nothing
Weed?
crazy hard. But
Molly? Molly?
No, not Molly.
Okay, weed.
Not Molly. A little bit of that, yeah.
You drinking?
Yeah, exactly.
Smoking?
Yeah.
Doing the whole thing?
Yeah,
okay.
just not doing the right
Working
things.
in McDonald's?
Working at McDonald's.
Feeling like you got it made because you got your high school diploma.
With that, and I wasn't going to college. So when all my friends were going to get $80,000 in debt,
right.
My mentality is, dude, I genuinely don't have any purpose there. I can't physically wake up in the morning knowing I have negative $80,000 on my account. And that was my mentality behind it. So I'm like, dude, I
love it.
I can't go to college. I'm not going to make any money.
Exactly. They're making money.
Yeah.
That's why they have college.
Right, the college is making money,
Correct.
right? And so, but anyways, I graduated high school, got into trouble, ended up getting into legal trouble. Had a few Had a few months of probation.
Legal trouble?
Yeah,
Tell us about it. What do you mean? I'm an expert in legal trouble.
so
let's go.
I mean, it's nothing like too crazy. I
What
just
was it?
passed out on the side of the road, drunk as ever. Friends
DUI?
ditched me, everything.
DUI?
No. So I had a really good lawyer. So I actually didn't even get my license revoked or anything. It's all expunged, but underage drinking.
Underage?
Yeah, college stuff. But I wasn't going to college. I was doing all the things that the college students did. And this was right out of high school. So anyways, graduate, get into trouble, get on probation, bang. That's when I started reading books. Because I
Now you're talking.
I lost all my friends. I didn't have anybody to hang out with. All of my friends that I wanted to hang out with back then, they only wanted to hang out with me if I wanted to party. And
Right.
so I hit them up to hang out. They didn't want to hang out with me.
No.
And so it was just me. And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do partying, couldn't do drugs, couldn't.
Well, you could, but
I could, but it would cause trouble.
You were on probation.
Yeah, exactly.
The state, county probation, state probation. How was it? Not federal. I mean,
It wasn't too crazy.
did you have to wear an ankle monitor or anything?
No.
No.
I just
Okay.
had to do check-ins and stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah. So I had 6 months, and I had to clean myself up in that 6 months. And within that 6 months, that's when I started reading.
Were you scared?
Of reading?
No. Were you scared? When you got in legal trouble, like were you scared?
I mean, it was more so of along the lines of, man, I fucked up. and I got to pay for this shit.
All right, so at least you came to that reality. You know what I mean?
It's funny because two months beforehand, I was in my car and I'm sitting there staring at the fucking stars and I'm saying, dude, I need to get arrested or something for me to stop doing this stuff. It was getting bad.
God heard you.
Yeah. 2 months later, bang, it happened. I was like, well, I got what I asked for.
Thank God you didn't kill anybody.
Exactly.
For real.
Probably would have.
For real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I'm always a big advocate of, you got to do stuff, but just be a good person and do it the right way.
So now you're reading. All right, you're on probation. What
reading? First book I read was Rich Dad Poor Dad, and that was given to me 2 years ago by a friend of mine. And I told him I'd just read it and give it back to him in 90 days. I had it for 2 years, so it was on my desk. Read it, and I found out I actually liked reading.
Do you remember the author of that book?
Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know that I have a store right now on Lightspeed VT.
Yeah.
On his platform, and my store is right next door to Robert Kiyosaki's.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I want to see if you knew the name.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we have a store right now, Raw Media. You asked me before what I do.
Yep.
And I'm a pretty famous, notorious guy. That's the word that people love to associate with me. Definitely notorious. And I have a store. I'm selling a business curriculum called the Wealth Formula. Mm-hmm. And my store is right between Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, and there's Grant Cardone, Andy Elliott. But Ross Mandell is on that platform, and that gives me, I feel good about that.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
Definitely should be.
That's why I said it and brought it up. But get out. So now you read it. These are really interesting books. What else did you read?
Yeah. Then the next book I read was Think and Grow Rich.
Napoleon Hill.
One of the
read
first
that
books
book I read when I went to Wall Street.
Yep. And then after that, it was I just went to the bookstore every single week.
Absorbing
data. I was unemployed. I was on probation.
Living at home
with my parents. And
McDonald's or no?
No, I was unemployed.
I had some money saved, or mom's taking care of you?
Mom's taking care of me.
Okay,
yeah,
what
she
a
was
mom.
pissed.
Oh, Miss Dietz, wherever you are, I
Thank
love
you. Yes, absolutely.
I love you. What a good woman you are.
She was pissed, man. Then I ended up getting kicked out because I wasn't doing anything with my life. And so I got kicked out, moved about 45 minutes away.
Where?
To Corey, Pennsylvania. Now, you think Erie's country. You go to Corey. Corey is like country.
I understand.
It's just straight roads, land, and no one's out there. And so that was a big wake up call for me. I had a broken freaking shoulder, unemployed, doing nothing with my life.
How'd you end up there in Corey? Who'd you know that lived there?
My dad. Yeah,
so
my dad.
Parents were separated.
Parents were separated when I was younger. Yeah.
All right. So maybe how old were you when they got divorced or separated?
I think I was I think I was like 10 years old or something.
So
like
you were
that.
raised by a single mom, basically.
Oh yeah, single mom. She had 3 jobs. She'd take care of the household, everything. Man, she's a savage.
Mrs. Dietz.
Yeah.
What's her first name?
Judy.
Judy, what's happening, baby? You know what a woman you are. I mean, really. I mean, I'm looking at this product here. I can't imagine what you went through to end up with Mr. Dietz here. But I just want to say, I really respect women that raise families because I went away. My daughters were 14 and 11, and Stephanie had a husband in prison, and she never really had a job except being a mom. And all of a sudden, the husband's in prison. Like if I was in the hospital with cancer, everybody would have rallied around her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was in prison, so she was really, in her own little way, exiled from the world, and had to deal with 2 young daughters by herself. So what's her first name again?
Judy.
Judy. Shout out, Judy Dietz.
That's right.
I hope you're watching this with glee and inner pride because you deserve it. Toughest thing in the world to be a mom. So go ahead now.
Thank you, and thank you for saying that.
I mean that sincerely, by the
that.
way. I don't just say that,
Yeah.
My mom just passed away this past July.
Yeah.
She wasn't a great mom.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed. If I got an A minus, I caught hell. I wasn't allowed to have anything under an A, but I was introduced to reading as a young man. My dad was a member of a book club. So I was reading a book a week plus going to school. And really, to me, school was just about passing tests, getting good grades. You don't really learn anything.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm reading great books, and I'm learning about everything from my reading. And that's why I was able to become a great salesman. And I'm good with words, and I understand all these things because, the secrets to the world are in books. I just saw an amazing interview. And this big name on TV, it's just Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. Elon, you're building rocket ships that are going to Mars. You're planning to colonize Mars. Even the president's now seeing that and saying that on national television. How do you build a rocket ship? How did you build ships that could fly to Mars?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what he said?
Different level.
I read books.
Yeah.
I read books. What? Because all the information that you really need is in the books, right?
Yeah.
So tell me now, you're reading some of the great self-help books.
Yep.
You're going to see Dad, who's in the middle of nowhere, in Corey.
Yeah.
What happens?
What happens is I get
What did
back.
your dad do, if you don't mind me asking?
He did manufacturing. So he was in manufacturing. So he was doing plastic manufacturing.
He had a factory himself?
He didn't have a factory. He worked in a
Oh,
factory.
he worked. Okay,
Yeah.
so he
Yeah.
was on.
So I grew up in a big, hard-working family. The
Right.
one thing is just working hard. That was
Get
the
up, you
one
go to
thing
work.
that was
You go to work.
disciplined in me.
You go to
Exactly.
work.
And I was very fortunate for that.
Yes.
Because a lot of my friends I grew up with, they were focused on grades. My family was just focused on work.
Work.
You need to have a good work ethic.
Producing something.
Exactly. She's like, I don't care if you party. I don't care if you freaking do whatever. Don't do it around me.
Right.
Just make sure you do what's right and work your ass off.
Those are two
And that
very
was
good
it.
rules.
Yeah.
You don't really need that much more than that, I have to say, in this world.
Exactly. So I'm very fortunate. And
You were very fortunate.
anyways, go around there, and then I get this. I had to go to. I actually door knocked on this staffing agency in Corey, and they gave me a factory job, and I got back into drugs. So I was smoking weed, partying, drinking,
But working now.
No, I wasn't working at this point.
Not
I was
working yet.
unemployed.
Okay.
I was unemployed.
That's why you went to the staffing, right? That's your first.
Exactly, yeah. So I knocked on this door and I was like, hey, man, I need a job. And they set me up with this factory job back in Erie, and it was a heat treat facility. So I'm getting paid $10 an hour, and I'm working 12-hour shifts in a freaking massive factory dealing with airplane parts, putting them into massive furnaces, letting them cook, take them out, and then basically organize them. Right? It's brutal factory work.
Right.
Sweatshop.
Right.
I'm working with prisoners. They're coming out of prison on a work release.
Right.
They go to work. They come back. Right. And I'm this 20-year-old kid in this freaking. No, I wasn't even 20. I was 19 years old in this sweatshop, working my ass off.
But you're making some money now.
I was making great money.
Right.
At that time, I was making like $3,000 a month.
Right.
That was amazing money to me.
In Erie, Pennsylvania.
And one thing that I liked
half
about
a millionaire.
Yeah, exactly. I was the shit, right? in that sense.
Right.
And I was also working a job while my friends were in college.
Right.
And anyways.
That owe $80,000.
Yeah.
And they're just partying.
Exactly. Right. And they still owe that today.
I understand.
And so
I get it.
Yeah, exactly. And so
it's the American dream.
Yeah,
Oh.
Exactly.
I got it.
Right. So that working a hard labor job like that, I recommend anyone on earth to do it, at least for a year. Work somewhere that you don't want to work,
Right.
and just test yourself on the amount of man labor and discipline, because
Suffer.
that job taught me work. I was doing retail jobs, just easy jobs. This job, it was easy. It was just dumb work. I'm sorry, no offense, but it taught me how to work hard.
It's mindless work.
Exactly.
It's not dumb, but it's mindless.
It gave me the discipline to actually work.
Show up.
And after that job, that's when everything set apart, because I'd get randomly drug tested. I couldn't drink the night before, because if I got injured on the job, they drug test. Right. And it was a very man labor job, dude. My freaking back was on fire every night. I was picking up these 80-pound things. Throwing them in a freaking, I was just abusing my body. But I recommend anyone to do that, because it teaches you hard work. After that, I did 2 years of construction work. And then I started doing commercial buildings and remodeling. Then I got into sales.
So, I just want you to know, I was thinking about my day today, and I'm like, fuck, I got such a hard day today.
Yeah.
I got Chris Dietz, I got a podcast, and I got to see Dr. Andre for my exam.
Yeah.
Then I got to drive to Miami with Nelson, and I'm going to Podspace Miami to make a deal with Eddie and Eli, and then I have to go to Amrinder Kambaj's after party of his TED Talks. Then I got to drive all the way back here. And I was thinking, that's what I think hard work is today.
Yeah.
I'm soft as fuck. What a joke of a day. All I do is sit around and talk to people, and I got to drive somewhere. And I'm whining to myself, what a day I have today.
Here's the good news about that. As you level up, you start to have a different level of work.
Correct, but it's still work.
Yeah, it's still work.
I work here.
Exactly.
I actually made a film deal this morning, just before I met with Chris Dietz, and producing a film in the Philippines as raw media with Netflix. And today we sort of opened the dialogue with our lead actor.
Wow.
Yeah, just
That's
imagine
awesome,
that.
man.
It's friggin' right now in the Philippines. It's already tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's literally Wednesday morning. It's 12-hour difference. I'm trying to keep up with all this stuff. But right now we're here. So I love what you had to say. This is the wisdom, the golden, we used to call them $1 million nuggets on Wall Street.
Appreciate that.
Because it's basic stuff. But, the world convolutes things and makes things more difficult to understand, because otherwise they can't sell it to you.
Yep.
Everything is selling. Everything.
Yeah.
Every single, when you walked in, the way you dress with the white socks, with the no-look socks, with the white sneakers and the suit, the no tie, the open shirt, the watch I take in every single thing, the belt, the hair, everything, because everything is selling.
Yep.
You got to dress, you put your outfit together, you look in the mirror and say, man, I'm fucking hot today. I said, no one's going to stop me today.
You got to look professional, man.
Me, I'm trying to hide my fucking belly, so I wear my shirt out, thanks to all you guys that I can look around and copy. And I put on a pair of Prada shoes, really cool Italian shoes. And I said, they're too aggressive for me.
Yeah.
Too aggressive for my day. I'm going to wear my old man Skechers. Because I just slide them on. You see,
it just works, man. It just works.
But the point I make is you put thought into it.
Yeah.
Every one of you people sitting around your house went out today. You looked in that mirror and said, I don't know. How do I look? What do I need a haircut? Does my hair look good? Do I need more gel? And girls, what do? You're going to curl it today. You're going to blow it straight. You're just going to go out. So everything is selling, because that's what we're really going to talk about.
Yeah.
Because Chris Dietz is a young sales guy, up and coming. Am I right?
You're right.
Okay, so now you worked 2 years of construction.
Yeah.
This is following that crazy job with the airplane parts, with the prisoners and work release.
Oh, it was incredible.
How old are you now? What year?
I was 20. So I got into sales when I was 20 years old. So
I want to hear the story.
It must have been. It must have been when I was at the beginning of man, it was crazy. It was the beginning of I was end of 18 years old. I had 7 jobs within 6 months.
I want to get to that, because that's okay.
Yeah. It was great.
Normally, a guy would come to me with 7 jobs. I'd say, you're either going to be a star or you're a complete fucking bust.
Exactly.
You can't stay in one place.
Bang, I turned 19. I worked in that job for 9 months, and then I left, work.
Hold on, you're still in Pennsylvania.
I'm still in Pennsylvania. Yeah, we'll get to the Miami part.
You're in Corey. No, you're in Erie.
I'm in Erie now. Yeah, I'm in Erie.
Back with mom.
Exactly.
She's now accepted you back.
Yeah.
Dad said,
the reason. So check this out. So you're right. Everything is sales. So I hated living in Corey so much that I forced myself to get a job in Erie so I can move back in there and be around the community.
So when you want something.
So she's like, no, I'm not. Right. You're not moving back in. I'm like, dude, I got a job down there.
You have any brothers and sisters?
I got 2 sisters.
So Judy and the girls are living at home?
Yeah. One of them's in college. Both of them are in college.
But at that
one's
time,
moving in time.
They're younger than you or older than you?
They're older than me.
They're both older than you?
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
Oh, so you're Prince Chris.
Guess
Your sisters, you were like the prince, the king of the house. What do you mean?
Almost, yeah.
3 women catering to you. Oh, God, now I understand more. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. They were catering to you, bro.
Yeah,
That's why you acted out the way you did. I get it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Look how cute he is. Oh, my God, look. Little Chris is walking. Oh, look, little Chris. We put him in a onesie. I'm going to change his diaper now. How old? You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
You were raised by 2 women.
Yep.
You understand?
Yeah.
I had a beast of a mother that used to let me sit in wet diapers.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So you had 3 women that were changing you, taking turns, telling you, playing with you, all these different things.
Yeah.
All right, so now you convince Judy to take you back.
Exactly.
From Corey. You worked those jobs.
Yep.
Now what?
Now I transition into construction.
Right.
And I start working construction.
Which is still hard work.
Oh yeah, I was the young labor guy. So I was carrying studs up 8 flights of stairs, and I was the labor guy. Yeah, it was great. It was so great.
I was a garbage man one year.
Yeah,
and I was carrying giant, up to 150 pounds. I learned how to pick them up using my legs and throwing them up and carrying them. I was like, I was a beast.
Yeah,
and all the old guys like Johnny D over there used to ride the truck and say, "Mandell, you go take this one."
Yeah,
it's so crazy. So go ahead.
Yeah, so, and then I started doing construction, cleaned myself up again.
Right.
And then I got back into reading books. And I started reading sales books, books. Anything that I could read, I was just reading like crazy. I was reading in the morning, reading at night.
Now, where do you get these books? Amazon?
I was going to Barnes & Noble. Okay. Yeah, I was a big Barnes & Noble guy. I wanted to go there, feel the book.
I'm a big Barnes & Noble
hold the book.
Yep, I get it.
Read through it a little bit, and then be like, okay, I could actually see myself reading this. So I get like 5 books at a time, read them all, or just read a couple pages and then go on to the next one.
Any particular book stand out?
Man, there was Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone. 10X Rule by Grant Cardone.
Okay.
And Think and Grow Rich. Those are my 3 books that changed my life forever.
I love it.
Yeah. So the Sell or Be Sold book that I read, I was working construction. And this is when I realized that I needed to get into sales. It's because I was swinging a hammer. It was just me and this one guy. And I overheard this guy trying to close a deal to this lady.
Okay.
And I realized, I'm like, dude, I can close this deal.
Right.
I should be the one closing the deal.
This guy's pathetic, right? And you're listening.
Yeah, I'm like, dude,
I know that.
I should be closing this deal.
I live half my life like that.
So bang, right after that conversation, I was like, dude, I need to get a sales job. Went to dinner with my friend. He was like, yo, that dealership across the street's hiring. So I walked in, and I showed up every single day until I got a job.
Car dealership.
Yeah.
That's the
used car dealer.
How old were you?
I was 20.
Would you see Grant Cardone, Bradley, Andy Elliott? They're all car dealers.
Oh, yeah. Right? Oh, yeah, man.
I love it.
No experience at all,
Shout out to Brad Lee, a car salesman. You're killing me.
Yeah.
You guys are killing me.
So
I'm
I did
fucking
that
selling
for 2 years.
securities, and you guys are selling cars. God bless you.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. And I didn't know what I was doing. And then I didn't take it seriously. So the biggest mistake in my career was not taking my first 2 years of sales serious, because I could have made some serious money at that dealership.
Yeah, that's the one thing that Wall Street did for me. I thought I was a hotshot young salesman like you, going to Wall Street. I was selling handbags, making $150,000 a year, all this and that. And I went down to Wall Street, and these guys are ninjas of selling.
Yeah.
Ninjas. Role-playing every day, practicing in front of the mirror, every sales book, every manual you could think of, scripting out pitches, presentations, closes, trial close, benefits close. I mean, it was like my head was spinning.
Yeah.
It was like, you become a ninja. Because there's not one single thing in the art of selling that they haven't established. Why? Because all we're selling is money.
Yep.
I'm not selling a car. I'm not selling a pair of shoes, nice shoes, something tangible here. You could touch it, you could see it, you could feel it, you could taste it, you could hear it. The art of selling intangible items That's where greatness is developed. That's where you really become wealthy. I hate to say it.
I agree with that.
I can sell cars all fucking day. Guy can go in, look at the seats, look at it, it fits you like a glove. My God, bro, this is you. You're selling them a dream, a lifestyle, etc. But when you're trying to sell a security over the phone, something you never get to see, touch, feel, taste, or hear, involves no five senses. I'm just selling you a dream. Guess what? And I'm making big money.
Yeah.
You know, I learned how to sell. But go ahead, this is your show today.
That's no
But
problem.
I'm
at
so
all.
excited sitting here with you. I want you to know that.
I'm very
Because
thankful.
I'm reliving this, right? Because I just want to sell. You know, this fucking shit I'm selling Netflix on. I'm making a movie right now, and I got an actor to come on board and all these different things, and I got to go sell this guy Eddie to redo my website and all this and that. I just want to pick up a phone and sell
Start
somebody.
slinging it, man. Just start.
It's
clicking.
so fucking easy to me.
Yeah, it's
count my
fun,
money.
man.
I just make $1,200. I just make
Bang.
$3,000.
Yeah.
Every day I make $5,000. I won't go home until I make $5,000 that day. Someone said, "How do you make $100,000 every month?" I mean, it was the stupidest question in the world.
You just do it.
There's 20 days in a month. I make $5,000 a day.
Bang.
They're looking at me like, "Oh, well, how do you make $5,000 in a day?" Aha!
There
Now
you
you
go.
want me to teach you more stuff? I mean, you know, what's in it for me? So I want you to keep going out because now you're getting me so excited. We just met, right?
Yeah.
This is our first meeting.
First time ever meeting.
We spoke for 15 minutes right before, and really it was you asking my story.
Correct.
Which is very smart for a young man because when you meet an old fox, what you want to do is get him talking about himself. Everybody loves talking about himself. I teach my daughters that. I said, "Dad, I'm going on a date. What do I say?" Ask him questions. Ask him how lacrosse practice was. But Dad, I don't even know anything about lacrosse. They don't give a shit. Men are stupid. We just want to talk about ourselves, right?
I agree.
So, you know,
1,000%. That's why we're doing this show, because we want to talk about ourselves.
Well, a little bit, but I also want to elevate you, bro, because you're a special cat.
Yeah.
And somehow we ended up here. So we're going to make guys like us make the most of opportunities. You understand?
Yeah.
We're not like the regular guys.
Yep.
This is about elevating you. I'm going to do everything in my power to plug you in. That's what I'm building, right? So guys like you will say, "Well, I want to be on Ross's show," right?
Yep.
Otherwise, you got to have a benefit. I'm not selling a dream. You see, I learned. You're going to learn this one day. That I'm such a good salesman. I could sell air to people, and I'm going to have a $5 million home.
Yep.
You understand?
Yeah.
I could sell air. And somebody once said to me, "You know, you're such a great salesman." I said, "Thank you, thank you." I always downplay it, you know, because I met guys that are really, I think, better. You know, I know the best of the best of the best.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I can hang, but
Yeah.
forget about it. I know guys that could literally sell me a shirt I'm wearing every day. That's how good they are. But someone said to me, "Imagine if you just sold a great product." I was like, never occurred to me, because I can sell anything. And sometimes having that skill, being blessed with that ability, you can just make money doing anything. What do I got to go break my nuts and go find the best product?
Yeah.
And so I made a decision. I'm going to create the best product if I can't find it. So that's what we're doing today. I'm in the process of creating the best product because I could sell air. But I don't want to sell air anymore. I want to sell the best product. And I'll tell you, it's actually, it's such a gift. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this is a little just the old bull was telling the young bull, giving him a little something, planting a seed. You know, Grant Cardone, God bless him, he's in a lot of trouble right now because he's been selling air to a lot of people and charging a lot of money. And he's making a lot of money, and he's showing off to everybody. And a lot of people are sitting there holding the bag right now. And I've been there. It's a very bad feeling. And now he's going to, he rode up the elevator, the escalator, now he's going to have to come down a few flights. Hopefully he doesn't have to go all the way down to the basement. You know what I mean? I don't wish bad on anybody. I'm just citing that at 67, I've seen it all. I really have a story, the highest. I've been on the Forbes list twice. You know, I mean, I know what it's. I've been in the big. I might not have been at the big table, but I was in a room. Mm-hmm. I had $150 million. I had real money. I wrote a check once for $12 million, and I went home that day and I said, "Wow, it means nothing. $12 million, nothing." You understand?
Yeah.
I realized then I'm a serious guy, and that 12 million today is about 50 million, maybe more. All right, so now we're going into sales.
Yeah.
Tell me about your sales job. You start selling cars.
Yep.
But you're not serious the first 2 years.
Correct.
What happened? You were making some money, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You could sell air.
Sure. At that time, so.
You're learning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was selling cars in Erie out of a trailer, and it was awesome, man. It was so great. Like I'm very thankful. I also had really great managers.
Compared to construction and factories,
dude. Oh my God,
bro.
Man. Dude, this was like
this is
living
Shangri-La,
life, man.
bro. I get it.
Yeah, man. It was so nice. I just woke. I was the best dressed person there. I was the only person showing up every day with a tie on, and everyone else was wearing polos. And I'm like, dude. And I was actually
tie, dressed for success. I love
it. I was wearing a suit some days. Majority of the time, it was white in the tie.
Okay.
And I was studying Grant Cardone. I was studying his tapes.
Very good.
I was like,
and
golfing.
They were all produced by Brad Lee. I don't know if you know that it was on Lightspeed.
Yeah.
Brad launched Grant Cardone, and the Grant Cardone that you see, everybody sees, was created by Brad Lee, including all of 10X.
Yeah.
Brad Lee, Lightspeed VT, what's shaking, my brother? The Kingmaker.
Yeah.
I love this guy. He's a real guy. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was training on him every single day
Good for you.
obsessively.
Yep.
And I was learning questions, learning objections, all of that, but I couldn't keep my head straight because I was still in the same town. I was still hanging around the wrong people. So I would train, sell some cars, get messed up, and then the day after I'd
now you're making money. You're making a few dollars.
I went from making $12,000 a year to $30,000 a year.
Okay.
And then my second year I made $50,000.
Okay.
And I thought I was so
$1,000
doing
a week,
so good, man.
Pennsylvania.
Oh my God. I was paying $400 a month for rent.
Who were you paying rent for?
Well, I was living. I moved out by then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Judy said, "Get out."
Well, I moved out.
All right.
Yeah, I moved out. It was me and my ex. Say again?
You got an apartment?
Yeah. It was me and my ex at the time, and so we moved in together. And I was paying it was like $400 a month. The rent over there is
1 bedroom,
2.
a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, I might.
Man,
Johnny, I'm packing up.
Dude, you can buy up all of your
$400 a month.
It's crazy out there.
I'm out of here.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's
kidding me.
Definitely the cost of living is very
reasonable.
Exactly.
Reasonable.
Super reasonable. Yeah,
right.
really, really reasonable.
Like Miami.
No.
You can't even get a closet for $400 a month.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't spend $400 a month on anything. It's exactly, yeah. Anyways, so I move out, paying rent, right? Feeling good. Then I break up with my ex, and then I move in with my friends, and I'm paying rent there, and then I'm in the college party scene, and bang, in the middle of July of 2020 during COVID, I saw an ad saying, "Hey man, we're hiring salespeople." And the job was down here in Miami, right? And so I was selling sales training for one of those guys you mentioned. I'm not going to name drop, but
Andy Elliott, one of these guys like that?
One of them. I'm not going to say which one.
Was he a car salesman? You don't have to say.
I could say they were a car salesman.
Okay.
Right? But I moved down, and I moved my entire life. I had $6,000 in my bank account.
All right.
Drove down.
What kind of car were you driving?
I was driving a 2010 Ford Ranger.
Okay.
130,000 miles on it. Freaking driving it all the way down, man. 18-hour drive, dude.
I like it.
18
hours?
Yeah, it's 18 hours.
Oh, from Miami. I'm thinking New York. Yeah. I'm a New York boy.
Yeah, so, and I moved my whole entire life down here, risk everything. I had a 90-day probation period.
With your girlfriend?
Just me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was single.
Yeah.
Just me. I quit drinking, quit drugging, all that. I'm like, dude, this is my one shot to actually make it out of what I've been going through. And I gave 100% of my time working 14-hour days, about selling sales training.
Where'd you live for $6,000? You had $6,000.
I had $6,000. I moved into an Airbnb. It was like $1,500 a month down here in Miami.
Wow, so I
was very thankful. Yeah, it was a 1-bedroom. It was a studio.
You're it's a lot of your money.
Yeah.
What were they paying? Were they paying you salary or just all commission?
It was salary plus commission.
Well, can I ask what you're getting?
It was the starting pay. It's online, so I can say it's like $36,000 a year.
Like $3,000 a month.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Just enough so you don't starve to death, but you starve.
Exactly.
To death,
right. Exactly. So my first 3 months, the first 25 days, I didn't get a deal, and everybody else that was new and starting, it's a very high pressure thing, very high.
Yeah.
300 calls a day, just like you were saying.
Right.
Right. So I'm pounding, dude, and I'm like, bro, something's got to
No training,
dude. No, it's training every day. Yeah, it's sales training. We're selling sales training. We're training on the sales training.
I understand.
Yeah, so we're training on sales training. I'm training on it hard. I'm listening to is this, right? And I'm freaking training. I'm making calls. I'm pounding, cold calling car dealerships.
Not closing.
Cold calling. Not closing. No,
okay.
I was not closing.
Okay.
And I just kept telling myself, dude, I just need one deal. If I just get one freaking deal, dude, that'll break everything.
To get off the schneid.
Yeah, because, dude, if I don't make a deal or get production in the first 90 days, I'm sent back to Erie, and I'm a freaking failure.
Is that true?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's gone. You're done.
90 days?
Yeah, in 90 days. You don't produce in a certain number, you'll get terminated. And so
this is high pressure sales.
Yeah, man, and that's what I wanted. I wanted that, and so I
got what you wanted.
I got what I wanted, and I was willing to accept the challenge.
And what happened? Now, what kind of sales training are you selling?
Business sales training. So sales training for companies, car dealerships,
like
companies to sales teams.
To B2B. You're trying
B2B
to sell
sales teams.
A program.
I'm selling sales training to
if
companies.
I own a car dealership, pitch me.
Oh, dude, I'd freaking
pitch me.
What do you want? What do you mean pitch? Like what kind of pitch? You want like the appointment set or close?
Just pitch me.
Okay. So there's only two reasons why you wouldn't do this right now.
No, forget about that. Just pitch me.
All right.
I own a car dealership.
Good, man. How many salespeople do you have?
Firstly, who is this?
I can't. My name's Chris. Are we doing a cold call role play right now?
Yeah.
Okay, good, man. This is Chris with Chris' office. Good afternoon.
Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, man. I got 2 questions for you.
2 questions for me?
Yep.
Okay.
Good, man. That was the first question.
Don't ever say good, man.
Flunk. I'm going to restart.
That's okay.
Ready? Hello, it's Chris.
Chris, Ross Mandell, how are you?
Chris, I'm doing great, man. I got 2 questions for you. You got 30 seconds?
I do have 30 seconds.
Excellent, man. That was the first question. Second question is, why haven't you done business with us yet?
Because I have no idea who you are and what you're offering.
No problem, man. I'm going to show you exactly how we do it. Go ahead and get in front of a computer. It'll take 15 seconds of your time. Let me know when you're there.
Okay, I'm sitting in front of my computer.
Boom. Go to this website right here. Bang. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them look up the website of the company that I'm with.
Right.
Have them see it. Have them visualize it. I'll give them a live presentation over the phone. These car dealers, bro, they got thousands of things going on. They ain't got time to schedule Zoom meetings or schedule things, dude.
Right. It's got to be quick. I get it.
They're now, right? So, bang, I get their attention. Hey, man, you feel like your people aren't following up enough?
We could do better.
Good, man. How many more deals do you think you'd be able to get if your people
Why do you keep calling me man?
Because you're a man.
In my business, that doesn't fly.
Okay.
Always use a first name.
Yeah.
Can I call you Chris?
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. Listen, here's what I want to tell you.
Yeah.
So I'm using your name. I'm drawing you into the conversation. Man, you're separating me now.
Okay.
Okay. I just wanted to hear you go. So I want to. I'm examining you. I'm a real.
I appreciate the on the spot, man.
I'm a fucking pro, bro.
I'd love to go all day, man.
We stop. We pitch all day, any day. There's no such thing as no.
Yeah.
Or not right now. Or I can't.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's the attitude you got to have. You understand?
Oh, for sure, man. I love it. It's been a while since I've done something like that, but I love it, man.
This is
fresh
life.
Me up, man.
Life.
Yeah.
This is life. Say, I love it, Ross.
I love it, Ross.
You understand?
Yeah.
My name.
There you go.
Talk to your girlfriend. You don't say, girl. Right?
Yeah.
I heard you have a really hot girlfriend. Is that true?
I did.
You single now? Right, so we're going to hang out, bro. All right. Don't move the microphones. All right.
No, for sure. But anyway, so
I heard she was really special.
She was good. Yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, personal life. You just got to do your own thing,
Listen,
grow.
26. You don't even understand what it's like to be a man till you're about 40. I teach people this thing.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Yeah.
I counsel guys, and, I've been every step of the way. There's not an experience in life that you want to live or that you want to avoid that I can't tell you about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've experienced it all. It's crazy, right?
That's good.
All right, so now you're selling sales training for one of the big boys.
Yeah.
Okay, the big names, the Grant Cardones and the Elliots, one of these kind of, Jeremy Minor, this kind of operations.
Sure.
Okay.
So
you're in Miami. You live in an Airbnb. You're paying $1,500 a month.
Yep.
You're by yourself. You haven't closed a fucking deal yet.
Nope.
It's been 30 days almost.
Almost 30 days.
Almost.
Yeah, it was 25 days in.
I know something good's coming.
And
I know something good's coming.
I'm freaking pounding so hard. I'm working harder than everybody else, man. And I'm just like, dude, if I just get one.
What time do you have to show up in the morning?
You show up at 8 a.m.
Okay.
And
you have a morning meeting? Morning meeting?
Yeah, I'd show up at 7:15. So I'd be the first one there every day.
Morning
first
meeting.
one there.
Right? Morning meeting or no?
Yeah, morning meeting every day. Yeah,
Every
morning,
day. Okay.
Yeah, a morning meeting every day.
How late do people stay generally?
You're allowed to leave at like 6. You're
Okay.
allowed to leave at 6 p.m.
Okay.
So
it's a full
majority
day.
of people leave. Yeah, it's 8 to 6,
Yeah.
right? I'd show up there at 7:15, leave at about 8:45.
And where do you get your leads from?
Either just straight cold call from a list that
Right.
they bought, or they're running advertisements, and you're calling all of the old leads that haven't been closed. in
Like
the past
sponsored
9
ads and
days.
all that kind of thing,
Exactly, yeah. Facebook ads, Instagram
I
ads.
got you.
Right, exactly. So I'm making 250 to 300 calls a day.
Okay.
And no deals, no deals, no deals, no deals, no deals.
How many pitches do you actually get off in a day? Good pitches.
Well, I was setting appointments, so I was setting anywhere from 4 to 5 appointments a day.
And that's a reasonable number.
It's a good number.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair for business to business. It's pretty fair.
Okay.
Because a lot of these people were cold. They know who the guy is, but they clicked on the ad freaking 6 months ago.
I get it 100%.
So you had to reintroduce him.
I understand.
And they don't want the new guy calling all the new leads.
I understand.
I
get it.
So anyways, so I'm 25 days in. I finally get a deal, dude. It's Christmas Eve. I'm freaking out, dude. And that was my career right there. That year I made 150 grand, my first year.
So Christmas Eve, you make a deal. Do you remember who that first deal was with?
I do. It was a great friend of mine. I called him up. I'm like, bro, I need a deal right now, dude. He had a company, he had like one salesperson. I'm like, bro, sign up on this contract, dude.
Really?
He did, man. He did.
And what was he committing to?
3-year contract.
To what?
To sales training for his team. Yeah, video sales training.
So you're selling like Brad Lee's program in an odd way.
Something like that.
They're
Right.
signing on to Lightspeed.
Exactly.
And it's there. Like I have a store on Lightspeed.
There's videos on there.
Right, that's what I have. 14 videos.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interactive.
Right.
Downloadable PDFs.
Right. So I got that deal.
What is he paying, your friend that's signed up?
Oh, man, he was paying a couple $100 a month.
That's it, right?
Yeah,
but it's an ongoing subscription.
Ongoing, right? So he finished off his contract, anything, right?
I love it.
Anyways, I finally get a deal. That was the set of my career. Once I got one deal, it was freaking lights out.
Right.
I made my first $13,000 in my third month, and I thought making 10 grand a month was going to be the life, right? Anyways, 12 months later, I make 150 grand my first year in just setting appointments. I didn't close really anything. I was just setting appointments.
For who?
For closers.
Oh, so you're not a closer yet. You're
No,
just an
man. I'm
appointment
freaking
setter.
slinging calls, man. I didn't even want to be a closer.
I don't know that business yet.
Yeah, so it's a
I'm working on
setter-closer
it.
model, right? You
Right.
have appointment setters, you have closers. The appointment setters lob up deals for guys like you and me that can close a deal. And the closers close, the setters set.
Okay, I got
Right?
it.
And so I was setting, and all I was doing was setting. And I made 100.
So let's say you call me up and we set an appointment
Yeah, I would set you up with Johnny.
for later in the day, the same day,
Later in the day, right now.
or next week.
Whenever you're available, as soon as possible.
You're trying to there's
Exactly.
urgency in your side.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
you're not getting.
If you have
it's still
time
an
right-
appointment if I say next week,
Yeah, I mean, if you say right now, then I'd get you on a call with Johnny.
and Johnny's going to close.
Johnny's going to close it, and I'm focused on getting more.
Johnny, what's shaking, baby?
Yeah, exactly.
Love this kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So it's fun, man. It was great. I'm so thankful for it. And anyways, second year, I freaking knocked it out of the park, made 310.
Same place,
I was transitioning from setter to a closer role,
but you're in the same company. I mean,
yeah, same company. So I was with my company that I was previously with for 3.5 years.
okay, I didn't know that. So appointment setting.
Appointment setting, and then I transitioned to a closer.
How long? So
18 months.
Even though you made 150 that year, you're still just making appointments.
I loved it, man.
But I'm just saying, there's some guys here that must be better.
Yeah.
That closers are making more money. I'm guessing, right?
Exactly.
What are the
Right.
closers making?
I'm making like 300.
Okay, so you're making like 150, and you're a top appointment setter at this point. I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly.
I see you. I get a feel.
Yeah, I was top. I was not. I was there to win.
An animal.
Yeah, I was there to win.
You think you have. I know your first couple of checks, and you think you're a big man, and then you realize I got nothing.
Realized I see everybody around me, they're making tons of money. I'm like, dude, I need to get more.
Right.
So anyway, second year I make 310, and then my third year I make 430, and then
Are you a closer now?
yeah,
You have your own appointment setters.
exactly.
You actually have like a
and I was
crew,
still
right?
setting my own appointments.
I understand.
But
I
I
get
was
it.
working it as a business.
I understand.
And so, and then 2024, I made 260 grand in 6 months, and that's when I left and started my business.
Your own business.
Exactly.
Okay, and what is your business?
So I have a company, Find Me Staffing Solutions, where I staff remote closers and appointment setters into companies.
So for Raw Media, if I want to build a sales organization, you can help me do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
And how do you charge for that?
Everything's done on a one-time rate.
Which is
Anywhere from $4,000 to $30,000. Some companies they
a month or
no one time.
A one-time fee.
Yeah, one time.
So all up front, or is
all
it
up front? Yeah, you just pay one time up front. I get you a certain amount of reps, however many reps you want, and then what you're paying for is me and my team to do all the due diligence on our end to place you with the right rep. That's really what you're paying for. You're paying for the time that you're saving, and you're paying for the energy of, instead of doing it on your own, you're going to use a company like mine and a team like mine to do it all for you.
So it's still B2B.
It's B2B, B2C, whatever the company wants. As long as the company's set up in a position to handle sales reps and have them perform and win, I'll sign them up. I don't want to sign up a company just because they want sales reps if they wouldn't have a successful system set up to support a sales rep. Right. Because it's bad for me, it's bad for the person, it's bad for the company.
It's lose.
Doesn't win, right? So whenever I sign up companies, I always make sure that there is opportunity there for a sales rep to win. That's the most important part.
So now, for companies out there that are looking to either start a sales team or they're unhappy with their sales team that is structured to sell some sort of online products, you will help them, you'll staff them up with online sales. Where do you find these people?
3 ways. My own community, coaching partners. So I partner up with other sales trainers, and these salespeople, they invest thousands of dollars into their education. Once they finish with that course or that training program, they get sent to me for placement. And then I also tap into my network of my successful placements. So the people that are winning that I've already placed, I like to recruit all their friends. So I'm a recruiter. I recruit everyone. Anyone and everyone.
Salespeople mostly.
Only sales reps.
And you recruit these people to come work at different places.
Exactly.
So you move people.
Exactly.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let's say I employ you.
Yep.
And you bring me a stud, right?
Yep.
You help me, maybe a couple of people. Are you going to try and recruit them away from me?
No.
That's the thing I'm trying to understand.
No. So once they're in that company, the company's theirs. So think of it like a warehouse staffing agency, similar to the one that I knocked on. The company goes, hey, this company needs a warehouse worker. I get placed inside that warehouse.
Right.
Warehouse pays me.
Right.
And that company has nothing to do with my production inside that warehouse.
Right. I understand.
And so that's it. And that's exactly what I do, except I do it for sales reps. And I would never take a sales rep out in a company because I get reps sent to me every single day. I have new reps sent to me. I just had 23 reps sent to me yesterday.
From who, though? I'm trying to understand this. I don't understand this business.
I'll give you the entire roadmap. You can anyone that's listening to this, they can actually do what I do at absolutely no cost. The people don't do it because they don't want to do it. And they don't have the time to do it. I partner up with sales trainers. So there's sales trainers online right now that say, hey, man, buy my sales training.
Right.
I'll teach you how to close and get into high-ticket sales. I partner up with those companies.
I see a lot of those advertisements.
There's a lot of them.
A lot of them, right.
And then you also have to verify that, make sure that they're actually good. And the verification on seeing if they're actually good is through the people that they produce.
So people are learning.
And it's either experienced or not experienced.
Regular guys like you from, let's say, Erie, Pennsylvania, could sign up online and learn how to become a sales trainer.
A sales closer appointment.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then once you do that, now you're a sales guy.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
You became a sales guy.
Right, but here's the thing, though.
You worked for, let's say, Andy Elliott or Grant Cardone for 3.5 years. Mm-hmm. You learned the game. Now you said, I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to form my own company because I could do this great. Mm-hmm. And I can get Andy Elliott closes. I can get Grant Cardone appointment setters.
Exactly.
And where do you find these people? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, sales trainers. So not those, not the big names, not the big names. Right. I'm talking about guys that are, they're doing anywhere from $1 million a month to $400K a month, maybe even like $100K a month, and they're sales trainers. Yeah, they're sales trainers. They're sales trainers. I'm not a sales trainer. I partner up with sales trainers.
Were you a sales trainer?
I sold sales training.
You sold sales training.
I was not a sales trainer.
Right.
Exactly.
Who's a sales trainer?
That I was working for?
Yeah, just know who is a sales trainer.
Oh, who is a sales trainer?
Yeah.
Somebody that's good could teach sales.
Like former stockbroker types.
Sure. I mean,
Or
it
like
really,
Grant Cardone. Is he a sales trainer? Was he a
he's
sales trainer?
Yeah, he's a sales trainer.
He's a sales trainer.
He is a sales
Andy
trainer.
Elliott, I know he's
Andy
a big
Elliott,
sales
sales
training
trainer.
school.
Brad Lee, sales trainer. Really,
Right,
anybody
right.
that says, hey, man, I can teach you how to close is a sales trainer. Now, here's the thing. This is what you got to look out for.
Right.
So the red flags in this industry is that there's these people out there that think just because they bought a course, they'll get placed into a great company. That's not the case. So what I do is I sort out through all of the bad people
I understand.
and find the best ones. Because just because you bought a course for $6,000, and if this hurts your feelings, it's true, doesn't mean you're a sales rep.
Right. Do you know
It
Kayla
doesn't mean
Hodges?
you can-
You know who Kayla Hodges is?
I do.
She's a woman. She became a friend
Yep.
of mine.
Yeah.
She's been on my podcast. And I've been down to see her in Miami. She
Yeah.
had broken up with Jeremy Minor for a minute. They had a big issue, and they're back together.
Okay.
But at one point, I went down to her place in Miami, and she asked me to take over her coaching group. And I met a lot of the women that she's training.
Yeah.
That's the try. I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, so then-
I also did it for Brad Lee.
Right.
He's got a coaching group, right? Mm-hmm. Business guys. He asked me to sit. I sat in his desk and I took over his coaching for a day. I thought it was pretty interesting because I'm like, I'm slightly qualified.
Yeah.
You think?
So no, I think you're heavily qualified.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, the way you determine of who's actually a good trainer and who's not is
Right.
by the people that they produce. It's not the trainer itself; it's the people that they produce.
Right, of course.
So I've partnered up with other sales trainers that they sell their packages, they sell their courses, but the people they produce are horrible,
I understand.
and so I don't take reps from them.
I get that.
Right?
If you think you could just take a course and become a great salesperson, you're crazy.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
And so that's what my company does. We sort through everybody. I get tons of reps.
What's the name of your company?
Find Me Staffing Solutions.
Find Me Staffing Solutions.
That's
Where
right.
do we find that company?
You can find me on Instagram, Chris Dietz, CEO. You
How
can
do we
look
spell
up
Chris Dietz?
Dietz.
That's Judy's son.
That's right.
Pennsylvania.
Thank you.
Dietz. Chris
Correct.
Dietz or Christopher?
Chris Dietz. Yeah.
Chris Dietz.
Or you can go on my website, findmestaffingsolutions.com.
FindMeStaffingSolutions.com. What are we going to do that for? What are you going to do for me?
Man, I can do anything.
I'm
man.
Raw Media.
I'm easy to work with.
I'm
man.
Raw Media. We're selling the wealth formula.
Yeah.
It's a curriculum. We're going to teach you how to take an idea, product, or service, show you how to build a company.
Yeah.
We're going to teach a regular guy from Erie, Pennsylvania, how to build a company because he really has no fucking idea.
Exactly.
And I'm sitting with you, and I know you still don't know because multimillionaires come to me and they say, I wish I would have known this shit.
Right.
Because we really know. This is the most comprehensive program ever done. But you can find guys to sell it, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Exactly.
You can find us trainers that can help us train, right, a boardroom full of people.
Exactly.
So we can be in high-pressure sales.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can fucking slap Nelson around from 8 in the morning till 6 at night. He thinks he works hard. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? I mean, you know. That's how they are. It's a high-pressure sales training like this,
Yeah,
right? Walk
you just
around.
Yeah.
Dietz, I take your chair away. I said, when you close a deal, I'll give you a chair back.
I've heard that one before.
We've done that on Wall Street.
Yeah, I've
You'd
heard
be
that one.
surprised how fast guys close deals. They can't fucking sit down.
Right.
Okay, now I heard you had a very, very gorgeous girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you're a very handsome young man. I
Thank
mean,
you.
well,
Well, we're not together anymore, but
okay, you're not together anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, and tell us about yourself personally. Where are you at right now in life?
man,
26.
That's a good question, man.
You're making a few dollars, right? Business doing well?
Business is doing very well.
You have employees?
Yeah, I have two. So I got my full-time recruiter. I run a very lean shop. I got a full-time recruiter and I got a sales rep.
Okay, and they come to work every day? You have an office?
No,
No office. It's virtual.
no, it's all remote.
This is like a brilliant thing. No college would teach you this.
Dude,
this
it's
is
insane.
this is learning from doing. Am I right?
Oh, dude, I'll tell you one thing. So the day I left my sales job
Right.
was the day I started my company.
The day you left your sales job was the day you started your company.
And I had no connections. I didn't know where I was going to find people.
Are you incorporated?
I have an LLC.
You have an LLC.
Yeah.
State of Florida?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You the managing member?
Right.
You have partners or no?
No, just me, solo.
Okay. Do the people that work
100%.
for you they just get salary? Is that it? And commission?
Hourly, and then my sales rep is commission only.
Commission only.
Yeah,
You're a tough guy, huh?
yeah. You gotta earn what you want to get.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what they say on Wall Street?
What do they say?
You eat what you kill.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
kill?
that's the game.
You don't eat.
Right.
When I went down to E.F. Hutton, just so you know, in '83, they paid me $150 a week. My mother had fainted because I was leaving a job where I was making $3,000 a week. Plus, I had this American Express card, $5,000 a month, a car, and I gave it all up to go down to E.F. Hutton.
Yeah.
And I'm getting $150 a week. She goes, $150 a week? What are you going to do? I said, Mom, I got a few dollars saved. I'm just going to get through this program and get licensed. She goes, what happens if you get licensed? Well, I'm going to get licensed. She goes, what happens if you get licensed? You got to pass a test. You got to study. You haven't done that in a long time. Who knows? I go, well, as soon as I pass the test, I become a licensed stockbroker. She goes, oh, okay, so you start getting a salary. I said, no, then they take away the $150. She goes, what do you mean? I said, it's commission only. Then she got sick, and they had a breakdown. She goes, you're going to sell stocks and bonds? You don't know anything about it. True. She goes, we don't have any family money. Who are you going to sell it to? We go, we're going to cold call. She goes, you're going to call people on the phone that you don't know, that don't know you, and you're going to sell them something you really don't know nothing about, and you're going to make commission only? You know, when you put it like that, it's, right?
It's exactly what it is.
You can't look at it like that, though.
Yeah.
You see, she's selling herself out of it.
Right.
I sold myself in. I'm looking
The
at
way I
idiots
look
making
at it-
$800,000 a year. I say, you know what? I'm going to get that money.
Yeah.
Whatever I
look
got
at
to
it
do.
as more responsibility.
But when you were in that high pressure sales room,
Yeah.
trying to close your deal, and you're looking at guys walking around, they're no better than you, making $1 million a year, making $500,000 a year, making $150,000, right?
I mean, here's the way I looked at it. Okay. I knew if I worked my ass off and gave it 100% where I was at, I would be better off than the majority of people in there, no disrespect, because of my persistence on my long-term goals, right?
Interesting.
Now, sure, I could be totally fine making $500,000 a year, 300,000, 600. I could be fine making $1 million a year, although that's not my goal.
What is your goal?
My goal is $100 million. I need to make $100 million. That's my first target.
In a year or
In a year.
Net worth, you mean?
I want to make it in a year.
In 1 year.
Yeah.
I want
to be worth fucking billions of dollars.
I made $65 million in one day.
Yeah.
You know that?
That'd be a great day.
I did that in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself at least doing $100 million in sales. I'm going to do marketing, my staffing company, and I'm going to add 2 other businesses on there, and then probably start running events as well. And then during that time, I want to get real estate and help build my wealth that way, long-term wealth.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Anything you want us to know before we say goodbye? Because you're a very impressive young man. You're on your way up. I love the moves. I think there's some things we have to consider. We'll do that off camera. But
right.
Is there anything else you want us to know?
Yeah, man. If you have that goal or you have that dream, if it scares you to write it down, that's 100% a reason why you need to do it.
I like that.
The scariest day of my life was when I left and started my business without any plan. I had $60,000 in debt. I had $30,000 in my bank account. That's about 3 months of living based on my expenses, and I had to make it work. And so, if you know for sure that it's the right thing to do, but it's so scary to do it, then that's 100% the reason why you need to do it. Because if you don't do it, you'll be living a life of what ifs.
Regret.
Yeah.
My brother, it is a privilege to meet you today.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to make of this interview.
Yeah.
But you are on, you're going to the moon. You're Chris Dietz with a bullet.
Yes, sir.
On the stock market, we say it's a stock that's going.
That's right.
You're going up on a graph. You're on the come up. I can't wait to see you in a year from now, even 6 months, 2 years. You're going to, I suspect you're going to kill it. Like many young men, you're going to have some surprises in your life. That shit happens.
Yep.
But you're on your way. Name of the company again?
Find Me Staffing.
Find Me Staffing Solutions.com.
Correct.
Chris Dietz, Instagram, website. I mean, don't be stupid. Get in now. What a great day.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so
bro.
much. Absolutely.
Really great to meet you.
Absolutely, man.
Exciting.